One of the scariest things is when do you share your news with the world, right? How has that been for you and your IVF journey?
The first time we fell pregnant, I told all the family and a few of my best friends, and then a few weeks later you have to tell them the other news.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you've then got that support.
Yes.
So with IVF, it lands quite differently because I was very open with my friends, with my boss at work and some of my close colleagues, the journey I was going on. So everyone knows, they want an update.
Yeah.
They're part of the journey. So every week, like, where are you now? Or what's happening?
How are the injections going?
Yeah,
Wow,
how do you feel? Like, when's your next scan? What's the next step? So everyone's invested in it.
Yeah.
So when we did do the transfer, everyone's also
Yeah.
as curious as you. Is it going to take?
And
You do the
holding
test.
thumbs.
Exactly.
Oh.
So it does put a little bit of extra pressure.
It's your own little reality show.
Yeah, totally.
Me and my baby.
And then you're like, ta-da! And then, so at 6 weeks after the transfer and that first scan, around 6 weeks, then a lot of people knew. But in the back of your mind, you're still a little bit nervous. And then, especially being in like this big office environment, like
Of course.
some people didn't know if they could say something. So it was a bit weird,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't do it any other way. I think the support was so important. And knowing that you had all these cheerleaders kind of waiting, like they were on the journey with you. And
It's so special.
it's really amazing. And and then, if things weren't going to go right again,
Yes.
at least you had that support system.
Not
doing it alone.
And you're not suffering in silence.
Absolutely. So if you're having a bad day at work or your friends know when to reach out.
Yeah.
So I think it's important. I mean, everyone's different.
Yeah, of course.
I have friends that are like, we're very strict on the 12-week
Yeah.
mark, but I couldn't hold it in.
Absolutely. No, neither could I. So I can understand.
Yeah.
Is there something that you have done in particular in your journey leading up to falling pregnant and obviously throughout IVF that you feel has helped, whether physically or mentally, that you would recommend maybe other people try and incorporate? I'm thinking nutrition, exercise, mindset, anything that you can think of.
Yes, definitely. I've always been very active. I was making sure that I was fit and active and that my partner was too.
Yeah.
So I kept saying to him, it's not just me that needs to eat healthily and exercise. Well, he exercises 6 days a week, so he's fine.
Yeah.
But
He doesn't need any encouragement.
exactly. So definitely just looking after yourself, staying fit, eating healthy, drinking lots of water. I cut back on alcohol through the process. Meditation.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yes, it's all connected and talking positively about it. So we would constantly say, we know this baby's coming, we can't wait.
No.
So I think all of that holistically and having your tribe know that you're trying to fall pregnant, not keeping it a secret. I think back in the day, you wouldn't tell, or maybe some people would say we're trying, but
Yeah, that was probably already risque.
yeah. So now I think it's just that openness and like getting support from everyone around you. And then as soon as people knew, that's when my sister-in-law said, go meet Dr. Joanne.
Yeah.
So I think that's all important.
So it's, in a way, if I have to sum it up, it's sharing the goodness by getting doctor recommendations, telling your tribe, so get everybody on team baby early on, so everyone's working towards that with you and supporting you, and looking after yourself in the way you eat, the way you drink, as in not alcohol but other good things.
Yes.
Exercise in a way that feels good to you and your body. Preferably you don't actually change your exercise routine much once you're pregnant, right? You just like, you continue living in a good way throughout your pregnancy, and that will support you.
Absolutely. And I think also boundaries, that was important.
Okay.
Work, just finding the boundaries that worked and managing stress and realizing is it worth stressing about that when there's something bigger in your life, and actually finding those priorities, which was probably good for me being the corporate world for so long and these stressful jobs and these long hours. Trying to actually realize what's more important in this stage of life.
And not, like you said, stressing about something at work unnecessarily. That's something that only clicks in once you realize how big it is to have a baby and prioritize that part of your life. And
Absolutely.
there's a time for everything, a season for everything.
Yes, because when you are grafting hard at your career and
Yeah.
you don't have children, the expectation is that you're the one that can do the longer hours. You don't have a friend, and the big boss actually said that to one of the ladies. He said, well, you don't have children, you can stay later.
Wow.
And I think that's so wrong in society.
Absolutely.
The boss doesn't know her story, doesn't know that she's been maybe trying or
For years,
can't meet someone or what journey she's on.
No, it's incredibly insensitive. You wouldn't
Yeah.
think that still happens in 2026.
I know, no, it's mad.
But on career and on ambition, there is obviously so much, you have so much ambition. You've built an incredible, impressive career.
Yes.
And now you are choosing to focus on building a career in a way that works for you and you're your own boss and being a mom at the same time. One thing that a lot of us struggle with, and you can read that anywhere, on any social media platform, wherever you look, is that guilt, mom guilt.
Yes.
Being away from your kids while you're prioritizing your career. And when you're with your kid, you're thinking, am I falling behind? Is my
Yes.
work valued in the same way, or will I get overlooked when it comes to promotion? So there's, I think, a systemic workplace structure or organization that doesn't really support the way that we want to be moms and ambitious.
Totally.
Would you agree?
I 100% agree. And for me, it was a big step to leave. I had this amazing role with this beautiful brand. I'd built my way. All these years have got me to this.
Yes.
And my ego was definitely in my way.
Yeah.
My husband and I spoke about it for quite a while. He's a serial entrepreneur, so he's quite different in his approach, which was, I think, great. He really just guided me through it and gave me the confidence, and he didn't push me. He just said, like, I can see you moving into another season. You want change, but you're too scared to do it. So yeah, my ego was in the way, absolutely. And there's still days where you're like, you're working on these big projects and now they're coming to life now and you're not there to reap the benefits.
Yeah.
But at the same time, yeah, I just knew it was time to step away. If I want to go back and climb the ladder again in a few years' time,
Nothing will stop you.
nothing will stop me. And I've got that experience. I keep telling myself my experience, and I don't regret any of it. I loved it. I had lots of highs, lots of lows.
Yeah.
But if I look back, that set me up to what I'm going to do going forward, hopefully. I haven't really reached out for looking for work. I was approached for this consulting job now, but I know once I start looking at my network, starting to reach out when I'm ready, it will flourish and it will happen. And I couldn't have done that when I was in my 20s because I didn't know what I know now. So I'm super grateful for it. But it's hard, it is. You hear everyone else's achievements and you think, oh, what am I doing?
Yeah, you literally are doing what AI can't do. You're growing another human.
Exactly, that's also true.
Yeah. No, but I know what you mean, and thank you for being so honest about the ego. I can totally relate. And when I first became a mom, and even not that long ago, let's say going to the park with my son, and people ask you, so what are you doing? I had to learn how to say I'm a mom and say it in a way that I would say I'm global sales director, because everybody's like, oh, cool, okay, and in tech, tell me more. But you say I'm a mom, they're like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I feel like I had to find my place in knowing that that's the season I want to be in, and it doesn't matter how that sounds to anybody else. So that's, I think, where you leave your ego.
And that's definitely where I'm at the moment. Because often the first thing you do, you step into a room and you meet someone new and they go, what do you do? And you're like, oh, I'm the head of marketing, Dermalogica. And they're like, wow, amazing.
And that means something to somebody, right?
Yes.
It's like they immediately place you somewhere. But the moment it becomes mom, that's an idea again that they have about you. But
they're like, oh, a stay-at-home mom? Like in 2026? Like,
so what can we do to change that? I definitely see that there's a very big MILF movement coming up.
Yeah.
I'm not against it, I have to say. I like that revival of making mom and being a mom actually cool and not complaining about the lack of sleep or how heavy and exhausting this whole thing is.
Totally.
So emphasizing the good parts while obviously not sugarcoating the hard parts. We can speak about it as if we spoke about our career a little bit more and normalize.
And be proud of it.
Yeah. Like, this is what I'm doing and that's what I want to be doing and I'm flourishing.